Hey everyone, it's Presley at ActOutGames.com here, and today is Starfest Day 2.
Yeah, so we're going to do some vlogging and kind of travel around and take you guys with us and show you more of what it's like to be at a con. Presley's empty childing it today, as you can see. So
I don't have my glasses on.
She's going to have the mask on. So since she's wearing the mask, I'll probably do more of the talking because she's going to have a mask on.
Yeah.
But we brought changes of clothes. She'll probably put her dress back on to go back to Avistrum. She's got some clothes to wear when she does an interview today, so we're going to put it all together. We're just in time, I think, to try and catch Arryn Zech's panel. So we're going to go try and catch that first, and then we'll see what we're going to do for interviews and stuff today. We'll just let you guys tag along with us. Cool?
Yeah.
We did get to go through the line and see Arryn Zech. She can take it off and talk.
Yes.
So talk about meeting Arryn.
It was really nice to meet her, and it's definitely going to help me be a lot more comfortable in the interview. She said she didn't really know about who she was going to be interviewed by, but it turns out we were on the list, and she just didn't get a chance to see. But I'm super excited to interview her. I'm super excited just to sit down and talk to her. I think it's going to be really fun.
Yeah, we totally facilitated a conversation between her and her handler, where we were saying, I don't know if you've agreed to do interviews yet. It's just like, I don't know. Nobody tells me anything. I don't know what's going on. And her handler that was next to her is like, oh yeah, by the way, I've got a list of people that want to do interviews, and one of them is, and they said 11 actually. So they're giving Presley a little extra credit. So we're going to head over to Arryn's panel and sit through her panel after we just met her, which is really awesome, and then we'll figure the interview out here pretty soon. Yeah, so one thing I totally forgot is this is totally the, empty child con, right? This one's the one where it's kind of difficult to even walk around because we start getting a bunch of pictures and stuff like that. People love, just because of her size, and she's sort of the right size for the character and stuff, people really kind of freak out, and this is definitely a very Who-friendly group, right?
I think the character's 11.
Oh, yeah. What's it, Jamie?
Yes.
His name's Jamie, yeah. So yeah, I forgot. Just walking through the expo hall was kind of a thing. So yeah, all right, onto the panel again.
And I'm used to just going into like this little box with a microphone right here, putting like my finger on my mouth, and like Miles and Carrie and the sound dude and Maggie just being like, all right, do it like this. Okay, that was good. Now do it like this. Okay, that was good. But now I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
So we were just in Arryn Zech's panel, which is super duper cool. She did all sorts of stuff. It was really cute. The people at the con just put her in the room and said, entertain these people for an hour. And she didn't really know what she was doing. Since she was alone, there wasn't like a moderator or anything. She's just kind of like, okay, this is happening. But she took she took questions, and it was really nice. It was a really great panel, and everything was like I really love with smaller cons. Everything was really just intimate and close, and the same kind of people would ask different questions, and it just felt like a group of friends talking about what they were doing. It was super fun.
Okay, so we've made the first, that's right, we made the first of a couple of costume changes today. So Presley doesn't really retire cosplays, she just adds to her list, and then so that she can wear them enough at cons, we change during the day based on what we're doing. And so we're gonna go check out Avistrum again, or hopefully, and so she's back in her dress. Very strange to see. It looks very weird to me to see Presley in her dress. So she's got her wand today. We're going to go check out Avistrum. We're going to ask one of the regulars or cast members of Avistrum for advice about building her own character for Avistrum so she can stay in character from now on when we go do it, which I think is a really great idea.
In some areas, they do believe that that kind, like brownies or pixies, if they are mistreated, they're disrespected, that they will turn into boggarts. That's not so much true as it is that the brownies or pixies, if they are disrespected, they will make sure that a boggart finds its way into their area. So they're kind of like a real estate agent for boggarts.
I just did my interview with Arryn Zech, and I'm super duper excited. I think it went pretty well. I got through all my questions, but yeah, I'm super duper excited. I hope you guys get to see it soon. I think you guys will like it. So I'm doing a panel at Salt Lake City's Fan Expo in a couple weeks, and I'm really excited about it. Oh my goodness. It's about the future of fandom and what fandoms will look like. It's so easy now for someone to go out and make amazing content. Like Rooster Teeth started as just a couple of guys in Austin who decided to make videos. And there's like Freddie Wong and the Night Vale people as well who make so many amazing little things. On one side, we're getting a lot of amazing content, but on the second side, since there's so much content, everything is so spread out. Do you think that that trend will continue, or do you think we'll find a way for people to find the best content that they like the most out of all of the new stuff that's constantly coming out?
I think that it's always going to be saturated, and I think it will almost always be difficult to find stuff. I mean, it's kind of like Netflix. Everything is on Netflix right now, and you'll always know what you want to watch, but eventually you just get to the bottom of the barrel and you just can't find anything because there's just so much. So on one hand, it's really good that there's so much opportunity to see all of these things, but on the other hand, it's like, well, then I can't find that one specific thing that I want. But I think that makes it more special when you do, because then it's just like, oh, this is awesome. I need more of this, you know?
Okay, so we're back for the Séance, which is actually going to be my favorite part of what we're doing.
Everyone over against the wall.
And so this is where these, especially this location, sort of gets the HallCon moniker. So this is our...
Traitor! Winner! Traitor!
So that's HallCon. I think people are trying to get to the dance. The costume contest just won't let out. So there's a big, like, you know, conflict of people slamming together. So we're going to get over to the Séance. We're going to get on the table, which is awesome. They invited us to come up and sit at the table with them to do the Séance, which I'm ridiculously excited about. This is going to be one of my favorite things, no doubt, of what we do tonight. Or do today, or maybe the whole weekend at the con. I really love these guys. I'll talk a little more about them here in a little bit, but this is going to be awesome. All right, so we passed the thing. No more HallCon.
Freedom!
It's the end of HallCon. All right, so we'll get in. We'll do the Séance thing. Hopefully we'll shoot some at the table. I'll come back after and I'll talk a little bit about Bryan and Baxter and why I love these guys, and we'll see how it goes. So I am literally a card-carrying member of the Skeptic Society, or at least a card-owning. I don't carry it with me, I guess, but I do have one.
You own one.
I do own one, and I am a member. So, you know, Dr. James Randi and Michael Shermer and those guys are just heroes of mine. Like, I really love those guys a lot, right? And so anyone who uses their knowledge of science and their ability to be entertaining to sort of debunk pseudoscience and spend time going into showing people sort of errors in that way, I love, absolutely. I couldn't have more respect for people than that. So like Penn and Teller, like people that are entertaining and sort of show how some of these things work in the background, love those people. And Bryan and Baxter are those kinds of people. And so they're hosting a Séance here tonight, and they're going to show a little bit about how it works, but still kind of amaze you and show some magic and sort of some things about how Séances work. And so really excited to see what they're going to do. They were nice enough to invite us to the table because we met them last year. Presley got to interview them last year.
Super awesome.
Definitely one of my favorite interviews that Presley's ever done. I'll try and stick a picture in here because she looks like she's a puppet that they're working because she's up in this high chair and stuff. I'll pull the picture down and put it in here so you can see what it looks like. But it's really funny. I have a lot of respect for these guys, and so very much.
I got like a picture of them with their backs behind me, so it just looked even more like I was.
Oh yeah. They like reached over like with their hand, like they were working her like a puppet. They were like, blah, 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 blah. So I'll find a good picture of it. We'll stick it in there.
Yeah.
But so they were nice enough to invite us to come sit at the table during the Séance and kind of participate up close. And hopefully I'll be able to shoot a little bit of it and see what happens. But like I'm really excited for this. Yeah. What do you think about this?
I'm super duper excited. Although I don't exactly know like if I'm going to be supposed to be like speaking about it or something, because I'm just all my mind can currently process is hello spoopy person. It's just like no, it's probably not what you probably should say.
You should probably be thinking about if there's a spirit that you want to contact in case they ask you. Oh no, they're contacting Elizabeth. I think the name of the panel is contacting Elizabeth.
Okay.
So I guess there's a person that they're already kind of looking for, I suppose. I don't know. We'll find out here soon. I can't wait though. I'm excited.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
And we'll just start it off with Elizabeth. If you're here, give us a sign. Was the light a sign from you? Whoa! Sorry, I forgot my phone's on vibrate. My bad.
Okay, so we shot some footage. It was pretty dark in there because, well, not Elizabeth turned out the lights. Turned out to not be Elizabeth, apparently.
If it was not Elizabeth, it was the murder.
That's right. And so it was very cool though. Like they did a very accurate like seance using a lot of cool technology or not technology, but like a lot of the same methods that you would have seen a long time ago. I was trying to explain to Presley like how horrified people would have been to have seen that happen years ago, right? And it's funny because I was saying like people know, like in Victorian times would have freaked out to see that. And Presley's first thing is like, yeah, especially when they use the laptop. They would have been really horrified by that.
They're like, oh my god, what is that? Why is it on the...
So yeah, that was a very astute comment. So yeah, no, they did a fantastic job, and it was spot on, and it was funny, and like if you have the chance to see Bryan and Baxter, if you're in Denver, they do a show they were talking about every week. I think there's a Tuesday dinner show they said, and a Wednesday séance. We'll try and put a link down in the doobly-doo so you can check those guys out. It's a really cool show. Like they're worth seeing. I love those guys. And Presley's like science education that we've been teaching her things like revealed a couple of the things that they did as part of the séance. We knew how they worked, or Presley knew how they worked because we've done Steve Spangler experiments that reflect those kinds of things, and she was able to say, oh, did he do it like this, and was it like this and stuff. So it was pretty cool for Presley's like a budding little skeptic to kind of figure this stuff out, which I love. So yeah, there's lots of things that we played around with. Presley being able to sort of go in and find some bunk and D it, as Bryan and Baxter would say, right? Cool. So I think we're gonna go home and we're gonna put the Arryn Zech picture on the wall downstairs, and then we're gonna put you in bed.
Yes.
Ooh, somebody just got shot. Have no idea what they're watching. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right, let's go put that up.
They're probably watching one of the directors from Horrorfest.
No, that could be true. All right. See you guys in a minute.
Okay, so now Arryn's on my wall, and she's right next to John Green and Umbreon and Felicia Day and a bunch of other really cool people. I'm really glad to have her on my wall. She was super duper nice. So I'm super glad that I got her autograph and her interview, and now she's up on my wall on a picture of Blake. So it's super duper cool. I hope you guys get to meet her one day if you'd like to. She's super nice. So the séance was actually really late, so I'm exhausted, so I think I need to sleep. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.